I'm going to be discussing about the duty-free sales assistant and customer service agent. Mostly everything, all the benefits, all the allowances, everything is pretty much the same apart from the salary. I'm going to share you the offer letter and contract letter, some brief important points which I'm sure you want to know, and that can be a very big deciding factor if you want to proceed further with this position, with this role in this company or not. Hi everyone, my name is Twinkle and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to cover up again one of the very requested videos by you all. So many of you have DM'd me, messaged me, have requested me to make videos on non-crew related positions, and many of you have applied for non-crew related jobs which are customer service based jobs, such as for the position of customer service agent, HIA lounge attendant, duty free assistant, sales assistant, etc. And you wanted to know more about these roles. Some of you have also applied for these jobs and are in the process of joining the company, but they wanted to know my opinion, whether it's worth, whether they should go ahead with it or not. Basically, you wanted to know my piece of advice and my share of opinion on these jobs. So if you're someone who is looking forward to join Qatar Airways for any non-crew related position, or is already in the process of joining the airline as a sales assistant, customer service assistant, or HIA lounge attendant, duty-free positions, all of these positions, then you might want to stick to this video as it's going to be really helpful. So stay tuned and keep watching. So in this video, I'm going to briefly discuss first about the roles of an HIA lounge attendant, sales assistant and duty-free assistant, which are most common and frequently applied jobs. I'm going to talk about the interview process briefly, which is the same for all non-crew related, which the positions that I've already talked about is the same. I'm going to briefly go over the interview process for that. Yes, I am going to discuss about accommodations, transport allowances, housing, salary, benefits and contracts, bonds, your annual leaves, all of these things which I'm sure you are really interested in. And in the end, I'm going to also cover a few frequently asked questions that can help you in your joining process. So we talk about the interview process for the position of customer service agent, sales agent, duty free, and all of these roles, they are pretty much the same. But before I discuss the interview process, I will talk about the roles and responsibilities. Well, if you want to go in depth, you can definitely go onto the careers page of Qatar Airways, click on the customer service jobs under the jobs and careers website, which the link for that I'll leave in the description box to assist you. You can go ahead, click on the job that you're looking for. There might be a requirement of either graduation, or some job would require you to have a relevant experience of as much as either 3 years or 1 year, depending upon if you're eligible to apply for the jobs. Go ahead, read what your roles is. To brief you, customer service agent role is basically related to helping customers. You will be facing the customers and helping them with their boarding, check-in, their minor or daily check-in process. VIPs, you will have customers which are special handling, elderly people, wheelchair customers, help them to get a smooth connection, transit requests, handovers. These things will be a part of your daily routine as a customer service agent. You will be handling customers face to face. On the other hand, if you talk about the HIA, which is Hamad International Airport Doha, lounge attendant, this is a very premium, in fact a very demanding job role. You will have shift of somewhere around 10 to 12 hours. You will be on your foot. Basically, to explain you and simplify things for you, you will be handling VIP customers, because lounge access and VIP customers, yes, so we have lounge access for all these customers, premium class customers. You have a variety of these customers, and then you are supposed to serve them. You will be undergoing a training for food and beverage, menu training, and you will be serving them on ground, basically in the airport, in lounge, and you will be assisting them with a 5-star experience, ensuring them that they get a 5-star experience, not on board but on ground. So it is very much similar to the cabin crew position, but the only difference is that you're there to assist them during their transit, boarding or arrival in the lounge. If we talk about duty free it is very self-explanatory. You will be taking care of the sales. Yes, sales will be a plus point. You will be welcoming customers, you will be persuading them, you will be showcasing your selling skills, you will try to promote the products and make as much sales as possible, and you will be handling stock, you'll be handling cash, you will be assisting others, and also you'll be trained on customer handling as well. So yes, this is a brief of what your job role would be in these different specific positions. As I said, you can go ahead and check in detail about your roles and responsibilities on their official website. Talking about the interview process for all these positions. So the first step is that you apply online. Yes, you fill in your form, you apply online with your latest resume or CV, you upload it, and then you fill the form and you apply for the position. Once selected, you will have to go through a video interview. Yes, if your resume or CV gets shortlisted, you will be invited for a pre-recorded video interview, Sonro video interview, and you will have a closing date. You will have to attempt this interview, which will be pre-recorded, and you'll have pre-recorded 3 to 4 questions, as much as 5, depending upon the location, of course, and where you're from and where are you applying. So depending upon these factors, you will have to attempt 3 to 5 questions, which will be recorded. You will submit your video interview, and if selected, you will be invited for a webinar. Now this webinar is to first give you an introduction, talk about you. It is sort of an induction, and then they explain you about the roles and responsibilities, about the company culture. There are a group of around 200 to 400 people, depending upon the time and how many people are there. There are people from different departments, so the basic idea is that to get you well versed with the company culture, after which you will be invited for a live interview. Yes, the first one that you go ahead with is a pre-recorded video interview, and this one will be a live interview with the recruiter, 1 or 2, and you will be answering their questions. So the questions could be basic questions like, why do you want to be a part of a customer service? Why do you want to join Qatar Airways? What do you know about the roles and responsibilities? Like a live interview. And if you clear that, you will be asked, you will be sent an invite for accepting their offer letter. Yeah, so this is how your invitation would look like. So once you get selected, you will be invited to either accept or decline the offer letter. Yes, you can go through, read the offer letter properly. If you think you're okay with it, you can accept it, and you can wait for your medicals. But before I talk about medicals, let me give you a brief, and I'm sure you guys are waiting for this part. Yes, let me just flash on the screen. So I'm going to be discussing about the duty-free sales assistant and customer service agent. Mostly everything, all the benefits, all the allowances, everything is pretty much the same, apart from the salary, which is a tad bit different, and it also differs as per the grade that you're in. So I will be putting this up on the screen now. So the first thing is the grade that you join in, which also decides your salary. So for example, if you're joining in a customer service agent position, and if you're selected for grade 2, then your salary is around 1920 Qatari riyals. If you're selected for grade 3, it's 2,880 riyals, which is the basic salary. If you are selected for grade 4, which is a supervisor position, it's 3610 riyal, and if you're selected for a managerial position, that is grade 5, it is increased to 4265 Qatari riyals. This is the salary which is the latest one, and this is the basic salary. On the other hand, the sales assistant for Qatar duty free, the salary for them is, if you're grade 3 for example, it is 3080 riyals per month. This is also the basic salary. If you talk about the transport allowance, which is around 350, which is standard for all the positions, be it duty-free sales assistant or customer service or any other position which is non-crew related, the transport allowance is going to be around 350 if there is no transport provided. So if there is company transport, you will not get that allowance. You will have a housing allowance of QR Qatari riyals 1500 if you do not get provided with an accommodation. But if you have an accommodation provided by the company, which is decided by the company itself, like the option is not with you, that is a choice of the company, so it depends upon the the availability. If there is an accommodation available which is going to be on sharing basis, there will be 2 people sharing that accommodation, that room. So yes, In that case, you will be getting an allowance if you don't get an accommodation. Apart from that, there is a ticket entitlement. So you all are entitled for an annual ticket, which will be one annual ticket for economy class on Qatar Airways network once per year, which can be taken from the nearest international airport from your hometown. Yes. Joining ticket is given by the company. Yes, that is given by the company and sponsored. It's a one-way joining ticket from your permanent residence or place of work. Also, you get travel concession. You get unlimited ID50 tickets for yourself, your spouse, your children, and you get one ID90 ticket for yourself. ID90 tickets entitle you to a 90% discount, and ID50 tickets give you a 50% discount on the fare, the flight fare. So the entitlement commencement, so you can start using these ID50 tickets after 3 months, and you can start using the ID90 ticket that is available to you for use after 6 months, right after the probation period, which is for 6 months. Annual leave, again you have 30 days of annual leave. So, and also you start getting these leaves after 3 months of employment. If you require any leaves within the first 3 months, this will be unpaid and you would require approval before joining. You will also get a medical insurance. Accident cover will also be included. There is a Qatar government health card that you get, and the cost of all your medical expenses is reimbursed, which is great. There is also end of service benefits. There are also probation period, which I spoke about. Also, there is no bond or contract. So either party can terminate the employment by giving the other party 1 week of written notice. If you decide, or the company decides to terminate you, or whatever the reason is, before 6 months. After the probation period, which is 6 months period, either party, either you or the airline, has the right to terminate the employment by giving a 30 days notice period in writing. Also, these things are subject to change. If there is any information that you do not provide timely, or there is any false or misleading information provided, or there is some delay on your onboarding process, your visa or medicals have an issue, then all these things can change as per company policy. Also, as soon as you accept this offer, you will again get an email for your medicals. You will also get a pre-employment medical form. You will get a family details form, ethics, safety and security form, and an acknowledgement of compliance policy. All these forms you are supposed to sign in, fill it duly and complete all these details and send them back with your medicals. Now, if I'm talking about medicals, let me show you what are the 2 types of medicals that we're going to cover here. So once you receive this email for your medicals, there are 2 types of medicals, pre-employment medical checkups and post-employment medical checkups. So to be clear, there will be an extensive, a detailed medical checkup that will be conducted in Doha. It is also a requirement for the resident permit processing. So if you see on the screen now, I've made 2 columns. There is a pre-joining medicals requirement wherein you will have to just go through basic stuff, which is the chest x-ray, HIV 1-2, and there will be a pre-employment medical questionnaire that you can see on the screen now. You need to fill it with proper honesty. If you read the form, you will have to let them know about any existing medical conditions, and you give them the supporting medical reports to declare on the pre-employment medical questionnaire. And also all the costs will be borne by the candidate and they are non-reimbursable. On the other hand, when you submit, there will be some post-joining medicals that are required by the state of Qatar for RP processing, which will include the following, and also some medical checkups that are required for processing the resident permit. Once you are done and you get a clearance for all your medicals, once you submit all these forms to the company, they will be sending you a date of joining, and there will be some details which are on your screen now. So you will be given a date of joining. You will be advised for joining from your nearest or closest airport. You are also given an allowance of 75 kgs of unaccompanied baggage, and you can utilize this at any point in time. I would highly recommend that you take it with you on your first visit as soon as possible. yeah, in the cargo, because you are relocating and you would need all this stuff since there is no allowance or welcome bonus for you. There would be a request for release letter from your company where you're working currently. They will ask you to resign at the last minute once you're done with police clearance, and they will give you an email asking you to submit the release letter from the existing employer. There will be a police clearance certificate that will be required at your end. It also depends from which country are you applying and you are traveling from. Vaccination certificate will be required, a reconfirmation on your family size and your marital status, and immigration formalities, if there are any, they would be asking you to complete that. And there will be a confirmation on the final joining date. They will also give you an information pack that basically tells you what to bring, what not to bring, and what will happen on the day one, what are the things that you are supposed to carry with you. Basically, they will brief you about everything. So I'm sure you must be concerned about the quarantine period, and because the restrictions and the requirements keep getting updated. The last I know it was a week, and it was also over 2 days. It can change again by the time you join, so don't worry. All your quarantine hotel accommodations booking and the costs is taken care by the company. You do not have to worry about that. Now, a few things that you could be worried about is the food and accommodation as soon as you land in Doha. Will there be any assistance? So will you receive any assistance on food or amenities on your arrival in Doha? Well, yes, they will be giving you a company accommodation, and you will receive a welcome pack to get you through the first night or two, to help you get well versed and attend your induction day. And you will be getting a pillow, bed sheet, utility kit with a little bit of snacks, tea, coffee, etc. Although you will have to take the opportunity to request a salary advance on your joining day. That is also a requirement. That is also an opportunity, a thing that you can go ahead and ask, and it takes around 7 to 14 working days. And they also strongly advise you to carry enough cash to get you through the first few weeks in Doha, since they do not offer any welcome bonus on your arrival like they do for cabin crew job roles. Will you be assigned a temporary accommodation for 4 to 6 weeks, or can you request to stay in company accommodation permanently? Well, the answer is yes, you may request for permanent company accommodation after you join. However, this will be subject to availability. Will you be able to exchange money? There are plenty of exchange centers available at the airport, shopping malls. You can find a lot of conveniently located ATMs. They accept various international cards. So you will be able to withdraw Qatari riyals from your home account also. And if you're going to exchange cash, make sure you bring a major form of currency with you when you travel, preferably dollars, and you can just exchange them at the airport. I would highly recommend you bring dollars, pounds, or euros, right? If you're going to be sharing the company accommodation, and can your family members stay with you? If you're assigned a shared room in a shared accommodation, no family members or friends are allowed to stay with you, but a same gendered person can visit during visiting hours. So yes, these are all the FAQs, this is all the information that I had regarding the non-crew related positions that you requested for. If you have any other questions, if you require any other information on your induction, on your joining, or any other questions about any non-crew related position, then you know the drill. You can be my guest and you can put it down in the comment section below. I will be reading them all and I will make sure I answer. Let me know what other video topics would you like me to cover, what other videos are you expecting me to make, and I will do that for you. Until then, I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.